Has anyone else noticed that there's like a bit of a Fire Emblem cycle happening with all of the last sort of generations of non-remake Fire Emblem games? So the two Switch games, Three Houses and Engage, the two non-remake 3DS games, Awakening and Fates, and then the two DS was all remakes. You have to go back to the Wii, FE9 and FE10, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. And the cycle is that I feel like from the first title to the second, they will refine the gameplay significantly, but let the writing fall. So, Engage compared to Three Houses, I think pretty definitively. I don't know anyone who disagrees. Like better gameplay, but much worse story. From Awakening to Fates, we had a much worse story. And unlike with Three Houses, we weren't starting with that great of a story, but we somehow fell all the way to the gutter. But the gameplay got refined significantly, although like mostly for Conquest, but still. And then for Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, I would say story-wise, Path of Radiance is way tighter, like overall just like much better than Radiant Dawn, although Radiant Dawn is grander just through being a sequel. And then gameplay-wise, I feel like Radiant Dawn is not like as far above Path of Radiance as I think some of the other games are, but I do think it is like a little bit of a step up. I think Path of Radiance just like really suffers from like the how ridiculous Maniac mode is, and then how easy normal and hard are, and also like a lot of just very open maps. But then in Radiant Dawn, I will say I feel like part 4, like those route max drag and drag and drag. The overall division between the different factions is like not well done, and so it kind of feels like everyone gets left behind for the Dawn Brigade, or sorry, for the Grail Mercenaries. I feel like mechanically I do prefer it overall. But let me know if people have also noticed this or if it's just me.